know this is kind of a copy off of, but I'm going to do it just so that you're familiar with what I do and my habit patterns. Is that I need to feel secure at all costs. But I understand the difference of real security and false security, only just. Sometimes I think to myself, I really need to stop checking every time I sit down. But I do anyway because I don't know. I'm trying to let that go. I'm trying to find ways of making it easier on myself. Problem is, it's tough. And maybe someday or another I will finally be ready to let it go. My hope is that I can go and sit down and not check unless I need to, without getting specific. Okay, so you're probably a little bit bored watching me. Now, call these again. So, yesterday night we were watching a movie called The Christmas Chronicles, and it was really Liston Mushroom Santa Claus, if I ever have seen one. Now, apparently the thing about him being, eating a lot and, being kind of overweight is a falsehood. And Santa apparently does not go ho ho ho. That's also a myth. If you read 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, you take the sad Scorpio, which we have in the sky today, and we say, we want to hook you up with a doctor because your health, it could be your detriment. It could be your detriment. I mean, if you're eating a lot of sweets and stuff, and oh my gosh, and your belly jiggles. And, thank goodness I'm not sick. And thank goodness I am not, rushing to the hospital because, like last year, because my stomach was crampy and it was miserable and my bowel broke. And so that was fun. But let me tell you, I have to honestly say that I have nostalgia for last year, particularly, and I'll probably look back on this year going, wow, nostalgia this year. 3, 2, 1. It's my little thing that I say to try to get myself to only do something once and not to recheck. It's kind of the, alert to my brain. It's kind of an alert like a parent or a teacher. It's like I'm the authority and I have power over my brain. It does not have power over me. And we're going to get into Capricorn energy pretty soon here. And it's really going to invite us to look at authority figures and understand the value of authority figures in our lives. And I can say that as well as anyone can say it. I don't have to have Gemini in my chart. I don't have to be a man that is, well trained and well versed in spirituality, which I am very knowledgeable about spirituality. Spirituality. Um, However, I'd like to think that I don't do things so much, such as somebody who does live stream after live stream, which are really, really long for the signs of the zodiac, their monthly tarot reading, as well as the weekly tarot readings, and etc. So, yeah. Um, and yeah, I mean, give me the applause. I have Mercury in Taurus. All right, so that's it for now. I'm going to move on to the next little segment of this, which is the main segment. You're a ball full of love when you grow nice and slow. You're a ball full of love. A bundle of love. A bundle of love. Now, I bet that sounds pretty darn bad and pretty boring. So I'm not going to continue doing that. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just simply, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this table out of the way here. And I'm going to make the full set. I'm actually going to leave this chair right here, actually. Yeah, right here. This will be a good place. Okay, right here. Because what I'm going to do today is I am going to 1, 2, 3. Done. All right. 1. Done. Okay. I'm going to read to you a post. And actually, I'm going to read to you a post that I am seeing off of the internet land. Before I even do that, going to see if there's any new of the addictive story add-ons. No, there's nothing there. I am addicted to stories. But the thing is, it's vertical. It's up and down. And so, yeah. So that's kind of disappointing, I will say. Whoa, wrong channel. Okay. So it says Pisces 2022, or excuse me, 2023. The most important times. Check your rising sun or moon. This year marks the beginning of a 3-year period during which Saturn, the planet of karma, will be in your sign. This happens only once in 30 years, and that's when the chickens come home to roost. Karma can be difficult or easy, all depending on your previous actions and choices. In this case, the last 30 years of your life, you will now bear the results of these actions. For some, this can be a time they are crowned with rewards and positions of authority appreciated, respected, and celebrated for their achievements and previous efforts. A peak of some sort, Saturn giving you your hard earned rewards. For others, this can be a time of seeing the results of their not so wise previous choices and see actions or inactions when their past mistakes and wrongdoings come back to be reckoned with. Sometimes painful but necessary separations happen when Saturn transits your rising sun or moon sign. Saturn wants to clear up the slate and ultimately simplify your life by leaving only the essential people, priorities, activities, and focus. Whoever or whatever leaves your life in the next 2 to 3 years, it is for your highest good. Saturn is indicating that you are ready to start anew, to build new foundations, a new you. But if you can't, if you have been building your house on sand, Saturn will just level it up so you can build it on solid and stable place. Again, even if the process feels painful, remember that the ultimate goal of Saturn is to make your life more stable, mature, and secure. Life will be leading you in the direction, slowly but surely. Many Pisces will start a new beginning of some sort. Those born the first 10 degrees of Pisces will have this new chapter from 2023, while later born Pisces in 2024 or 2025. Just remember that Saturn new beginnings are slow. They require mastery and planning, thoughtfulness, and following master material rules or tried and tested paths rather than speed and total novelty. Don't rush. Don't take foolish risks. Stay very lawful, moral, and practical, and then success is guaranteed. Saturn can help you become way more organized, disciplined, practical, and self-controlled, which might a much needed quality after the Bohemian, confusing, mystical, and boundless energy of Neptune in your signs since 2012. On another level, Pluto will be entering your 12th house in March 2023 and stay there pretty much until 2024. That will be a way more subtle influence which takes many years to unfold, and since the drama and transformations it will entail will be happening in the field of the subconscious 12th house, it might not be properly understood until after it finishes, just in retrospect. But when Pluto indicates is that over the next 20 to 22 years, the most important work most of you will be doing will be on the spiritual level, confronting with inner demons and desires from the past, current, or past lives. Learning to recognize them, heal them, and release them, dealing with overcoming phobias, obsessions, compulsions, addictions, self-sabotaging behaviors, hidden vices, all of which have their root in the subconscious. Many of you will be drawn obsessively to more mystical and spiritual or psychological fields so you can make sense of these subconscious compulsions or very karmic situations, feelings, attractions over which you feel as if you have no control. Because many past life situations or people will appear in your life likely to resolve the feelings of the past. Sometimes, such feelings and obsessions can show up in your dreams where you are still working on recognizing, transforming, and releasing these old complexes, desires, temptations. All in all, in can be very internal and psychological process of deep astral cleaning and trauma liberation, which Pluto helps you achieve over the coming years, usually by first escalating all such harmful and obsessive self-sabotaging behavior and patterns, even bringing past life people and situations in fast repeat and then slow helping you peel the layers off. I have just been through 14 years of this transit, the most profound and almost imperceptible process, because it happens over many years of healing traumas and claiming back your power from the subconscious compulsions and patterns. Gradual awakening of spiritual gifts and intuition will also happen for many Pisces who are ready over the next 20 years. On a lighter and more immediate note, in 2023, Jupiter the Great Benefic will first grace Pisces' second house till about June. So till then, you can considerably increase your income, financial security, or get new ideas, how to expand resources, or improve your confidence and knowledge about surviving, thriving, and making it on your own financially. More money in, but also more spending. But this is what opens the flow of abundance, giving and receiving. After that, Jupiter enters your third house, where it will stay for 1 year. That will be really uplifting and mentally positive influence because the third house is your thinking and internal self-talk. You will start noticing more immediate opportunities around you. This can expand your business skills, knowledge, contacts. Great results and opportunities can come to you by working in a small group, connecting with associates, doing think tanks, or sharing your ideas with others and listening to theirs. This can also be a time of a lot more mobility and travel, taking courses or classes, studying something, or pre-qualifying. Third house also rules self-made wealth. So Jupiter's influence there will be amazing for anyone relying on their own skills, communicative, mental, etc. This is just a small summary of my 2023 video horoscope for Pisces, 2 hours long, where I go in great details to explain the material, emotional, and evolutionary manifestation of every important influence in 2023 and for years ahead. To order your rising, sun or moon signs, follow the link. More than 50,000 yearly horoscopes sold since 2018. Astrologia, Astrologia 2023, Astrologia 2023, Pisces, Pisces 2023, Pisces Sun or Moon Rising, Astrologia 2023 horoscopes to our video where I look at the all major transits, retrograde, and direct planets, specific days, and degrees. Small summary of my Pisces 2023 video. Okay, that was long. Alright, it must be a really long video if that's a small summary. Whoa! Okay, that's bad. No! Shadow side of Big Tech, Pluto and Aquarius. Wow. I've seen so many things about Pluto and Aquarius lately. No. Okay. Now, if I could finally get to what I wanted to talk about for today, that would be amazing. 3, 2, 1. Alright. So what I wanted to chat about is, first of all, I want to offer up a grant. I want to offer to any foster child in need during this holiday season. They can find real abundance in the smallest of things. And, they cannot afford to go to Deborah Silverman's Applied Astrology. They cannot afford to go to Nadia Shah's Synchronicity University. They cannot afford to buy the missing element. They cannot afford to go to Oracle School. They cannot afford to join Colette Baron Reed's Oracle Circle membership. They cannot afford to attend certainly Harris events. They cannot afford to buy certain Teal Swan products. But what they can afford is simple joys, simple spiritual connections of open-heartedness, and what is free and what is mercy. M-E-R-S-E. Mercy. Do they have phones of their own that they can watch YouTube videos, read posts, just like the post I read? And they can get value out of that. Boring, I know, bad, doesn't sound very good. I'm well aware of that. Okay. So the grant that I want to offer is a stay at my Menton. A real experience where you can stay at my Menton. And all the amendments. If you think that I am going to just take in a bunch of, children under my wing, all of them, I don't think so. It would have to be a community effort. So it's going to be all the amendments, we're going to offer them the resources, and not only okay, don't get me wrong, we're not talking about just food, shelter, all the basic things. Those are, mellow basic things, I'd like to say. Um, of course they're going to have the lodging, so let's just cross that off the list. It's going to be more than that. It's going to be huga. It is going to be love. It is going to be connection, nurturance, real fulfillment, emotionally, intellectually, spiritually, psychologically, and soulfully, through the heart and the mind. That kind of fulfillment. And I want to do all that I can, because it is the holiday season. And I'm very aware of that. And so I want them to really have that kind of experience. There's a spectrum with Christmas holidays. Here's the spectrum. Can I tell you the spectrum? Over here we have tradizionale, and over here we have Americana. And here in the middle we have Civil. These are the two spectrums. Yesterday night I was watching a movie that was clear across to over here, save for just a small little scene which kind of moved that spectrum over here a little bit. But anyway, the traditional Christian, music for Christmas, and the real, the purpose of it, why it is, and then that version that we've made of it with Santa Claus and the Spirit of Christmas and all those films, which are over here. Scrooge, that movie, The Christmas Carol, way over here. The True Spirit of Christmas, those films, way over here. Which do you choose? If I had a preference, Anyada Canville, I'd go over here. When you have something that is nostalgia, I remember, can I share just a tradition with all of you? I remember last year watching FX's version of A Christmas Carol, and it had swear words. It derived from the plot, but I like it, and it's nostalgic, and I want to watch it again. I do. It takes on a creepier, darker, version of Christmas. And that Capricorn season energy, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I mean, thank goodness I have subscribed to a channel which is named The School of Life. The School of Life. I mean, that is basically what comes to my mind, early Capricorn. I mean, early Capricorn. I'm talking December 22nd, 23rd, early Capricorn, the very beginning of Capricorn, the School of Life. And then you get we were trying to drag up the mountain, and the Good Place show on December 29th. But let's talk about the School of Life, and I'll get into more discussion about that another time. Anyway, I thought that I would share that. Here's what I want to actually speak about today. What I wanted to talk about is I want to talk about narcissism. Now, today last year, Venus stationed retrograde in Capricorn. And around this time, I would be out in the backyard filming a clip that I would not publish. I'd be watching Honey Show's weekly video. I'd be watching Aiden Mickus, who is that? Someone that I subscribe to, who is an actor in Doorman, in which I also discovered him as well. And then it just got going. And I will be watching Doorman today as an anniversary, 1 year anniversary of, Doorman, and watching him. Because today last year was when I discovered his films, and I have subscribed to his channel, and the films are really well done, and certainly, I would say, I don't want to say better, but they're much less obvious in black and white, which I really like. Okay, now, surviving narcissism. Let me get into the real truth of the matter. I have reason to believe Julia Esconroll is a narcissist. Okay, can somebody just slow down time? Can somebody just slow down? Those effects when they slow it down, when they, go in slow motion, where I say something, where someone says something, and then just time stops and everything's frozen. Well, that's the appropriate effect. It would seem that Julia Esconroll does display some narcissistic traits. I really could draw several, and by no means am I against, anyone of that caliber. I don't want to even say that. I reminded myself of Hyacinth Bouquet when I was little. And I don't think it's that hard to remember her last name. Let's face it, they did that on purpose. I'm sure that someone would learn the name and then remember it. I can remember it. Okay, I say bucket, and then can I tell you a secret? It actually feels more natural for me to say bouquet, if I have to be honest, perfectly honest. Now, she did, so let's go through narcissism. Surviving Narcissism 101. Here's what's going to happen. Next year, after January 18th, around, I would say the 29th of January, I'm going to send around Dr. Romani to Julia Esconroll's house. Dr. Romani is the leading expert on narcissism. She is going to come by, and she is going to interview her, and she's going to get deep and get real and ask her a series of questions about herself and talk to her husband, Kyle Sunday, about her displaying narcissism. Narcissistic people. Vain, self-centered, not caring, everyone else is inferior or below them, think that they're the king or queen or the center of attention. Those are the traits. Those are the traits. They will never change. They'll turn any problems on you. They will never blame themselves. They will always putting themselves first to where it is unhealthy. I want to make that clear. It's not just putting themselves first. I mean, that's not putting yourself first is not a bad thing, but when it's unhealthy in relationships, okay, then that's a bad thing. That's considered being selfish, in my opinion. Now, can I sing the song? Adam, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Start over. Adam, can you hear me? Adam, can you hear me now? I must admit that I disagree with one thing that you have said. Start over. I have zero talent on the piano. Okay, Pound Note Man, otherwise known as Mr. Lin. Pound Note and fake smile, and he's, deep down, Mr. Lin is depressed. But he doesn't show it. He does not show it. He always wears a smile, but deep down, he is feeling blue and depressed. I can guarantee you that that's how he's feeling. Now, anyway, here's the truth. Okay, excuse me for a second, but I'm going to go on an expressway route, so please forgive me. Please forgive me. My Libra moon self. But I also have an Aries sun, so yeah. So, let me tell you something, Mr. Adam. Perfectionism is bad. Perfectionism is bad. Let me say that again. Perfectionism is bad. I could shout that from the rooftops. Let me take my glasses off. Perfectionism is bad. It is unhealthy. It murders creativity. It ruins, like. So yeah, self-improvement is good. That's healthy. That, makes you humble, connects you with whatever archetype or whatever, divine thing. Um, you know, there's more you can grow. You can, I mean, self-improvement. I mean, what can I say? Perfectionism. Yeah, I think that there's self-improvement for a reason. Okay, let me just clarify. I mean, I may be 18 years old of age, and you may be older than me, but let me make it stately claim that perfectionism is bad. I didn't say that it was wrong, but it's bad. I mean, yeah, people say perfectionism is a bad thing because it is. Hello? It is a bad thing. perfectionism. And so I am comparing that to selfish. Putting yourself first. And I just want to sort of put selfish in a negative category. And now I'm losing substance. So now I have to regain substance and make the nuance and double standard and inequality with these two things. And the apple to the orange. Could selfish mean, well, negatively connotated? It's simple, it flows off the tongue. Yeah. Okay, so putting yourself first is healthy as long as it doesn't hurt relationships, because there is that polarity there between Aries and Libra. And the nodes will be moving into those signs next year, so that's going to be what we're going to be working with. So, it's not a good thing. It is not a good thing because it's like a bottomless pit. Let me take my glasses off. Let me just take my glasses off. It's a bottomless pit. It is an empty well. It's like that dragon is not going to ever be satisfied. So, like, you are enough. We are all enough. I am enough. You are enough. We all are enough. Perfectionism is not that. Self-improvement. But perfectionism? Really? No. No. You know, it's going to be really healthy for my roots to say that perfectionism is not good. You know, I really believe that the root chakra is not filled. If I'm even getting that right. Yeah, that root chakra needs to be filled. And secured and tied down. Have a nice day. Yeah, fill up that root chakra and then tell me. Talk about the root chakra and then tell me. That's my low substance expression there. All right. Now, going back to narcissism, I kind of alluded multiple times to things. There was this one occasion where she was like, no, guess what? I am going to make a ruckus. I'm gonna make him. I'm gonna make a scene here. All these people standing right outside, people performing on stage, and then I'm gonna make a scene. That's a very narcissistic thing to do. So that checks out. Julie S. can roll in the I'm going to mention later, and let me tell you, there have been a little bit of, wrong liberty taken. Because, let me tell you, one time, I can pin down the date, April 4th, 2020, last year. The, with the exception of, never mind. I dressed in clothes that clothes that were I hate to say it, but it's true, sexually attractive to me. I'm talking shorts, tennis shoes, socks, those kind of things. I don't know. She was saying to me, she was like, "Why are you doing that? Why are you making an embarrassment of yourself?" And, she was somebody that thinks that she should be at the top and she should be standing on a golden shelf with a revolving around her. Getting into my business, not with me alone, judging me and telling me how to do my job, how to run my engine, and pestering me from time to another. And at, the relationship with her husband, I mean, she really um, is to takes the lead in their relationship. I mean, really takes the lead. And so what I'm here to say is that if I could just shine let me see what to do here. Okay. I could just shine a light bulb. Here, actually, let me do this. This will be really neat. I could shine a light bulb. This light bulb is going to, shine directly in your face. See, this? Isn't that amazing? Isn't that incredible? See that spotlight? Here's what I'm going to do. Do you see what I'm looking at here? So I'm going to show you what I'm looking at. So I'm looking right here. See this? Is that tilted up enough? My goodness gracious. Yeah, that's okay. Move. Good grief. Move. Okay, good. See this? This is the spotlight. She wants to be in that spotlight at all times. That's their relationship. I mean, she, at times, does not make room for other people to be in the spotlight. She doesn't. It's all about her sometimes. A lot of the time. Most of the time. Majority of the time. I mean, all their travel plans. They're going to do a travel show and going to Joka starting next year. They're the pageantry atheists, the cruise trips. I mean, so many things. Always wanting the finest things. Always wanting, very demanding, wanting it her way, at all times. There's not as much give and take as there should be. And yet he loves her. But how would he truly describe their relationship? Would he go, I don't know, it's kind of like a magical relationship? Like, really? Yeah, it's great. We can, yeah. Or is it really clear? Like, she respects me. We get along great. We understand each other. We understand our values. Those kind of things. I don't know if that's going to be that kind of way. Thank you, Dr. Romani. Dr. Romani. I don't know how to... Anyway. And then the next thing is... I would say... I'm going to talk about health stuff and say... Oh... Thank you, Dr. Fauci. Thank you, Dr. Fauci. Yeah, I think there's been a little bit of controversy with it. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, so, narcissism. let's talk about relationships in general. I mean, how do they feel about your feelings? You're an object to them. What else can I say about narcissists? They make a scene if something goes wrong. It's not all about them. What else can I say about narcissism? I'm not an expert here, but I can tell you who is. I've already told you, Dr. Romney. So I suggest that you listen to Dr. Romney, and I will leave a link so that you can see Dr. Romney and hear all the pearls of knowledge and wisdom that she has to provide. So that is absolutely great. Now, beautifully said. Now, I have this book here, stand it up, make everything neat, make everything clean. See if we have things over here. Beautiful. And that is all for today. Thank you for watching. Bye for now. I'll see you tomorrow.
Hello.